Who, we, what, where?
We're gonna try to do a meeting just to see how everything is working upstairs.
Oh, good. Am I doing the feedback thing now?
I don't hear any feedback.
Okay, well, that's good. Progress, maybe. Did we get a positive response from, there's another member. Okay, so we're good if that's all we have. Was anybody-
Couple minutes before 7. So.
Right.
Joe is here too.
Okay, there we go.
Hi.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe, did you send in your form for the parade? Because they don't have you listed in the marching order.
Disappointing thousands of people this year.
No way.
Yep.
What,
I'm out.
what am I going to tell them when they ask where you are?
Oh, you're gonna have to sell that to a lot of people. I hurt my foot.
Oh,
Headache. Sunstroke. Brant, sunstroke, right?
I'm counting.
Madam President, I have 7 o'clock and we are live on YouTube, so we're good to go.
All righty. Ms. Baroni, are you ready?
I am.
All righty. Well, with that, welcome everybody. It is Wednesday, June 30th. It is 7 p.m. This is a special meeting of the Warren Town Council. If everybody could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Under God,
indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All righty. Is there any public comment?
No.
I don't see any.
All right. Town manager, you may unmute. Discussion and action regarding approval of year-end budget adjustments, overspends and offsets. I will have you explain the lists of those amounts and then give us some direction on the best way, if we can just do an as directed motion, or if we need to address each one individually.
Sure. So first off, I don't believe you need to address each one individually. I believe you can approve this as a package. But just to explain, you have the memorandum from the finance director. The first set of overspends, which begins with the senior center maintenance and ends with shared services unemployment. Those items are just reallocations from one account to another. So there are certain accounts where spending went over, but there are unspent funds in another account that are available to offset that overspending. These are pretty typical areas where sometimes we have overspends. Some of these things are due to the pandemic. The second set is a number of overspends where there's not a specific account that we have identified to offset the overspend, but we are overall in the black, so we are running a surplus for the current fiscal year. So Ms. Chan has proposed that these overspends would be offset through the unspent overall expenditures that are in the current fiscal year budget. So again, none of this would be, creating a deficit in the budget. We wouldn't be running in the red anywhere. This is just a reallocation for accounting purposes within the current year budget. As you can see, the biggest item on this list is the $67,000 for the transfer station tipping fees, and we discussed that at the last meeting. The source of that overspend, which is more trash. So what I would propose is that I believe all these can be adopted through a single vote, authorizing the finance director to make the budget adjustments as proposed. If there are any questions, I am available, and Ms. Chan is also on the line, and she's available to answer any questions.
I will make a motion. We approve the budget changes as proposed in the memo provided by the town manager.
Second.
I have one discussion because I think this process has changed. And it may have, and that's fine, but we used to have to state where the allocation was and what account it was coming from to cover. Has that changed?
Yeah, so that's what the first set of overspends are all have that identified. The second set do not, and I think it's allowable by accounting standards just to use the general over unspent budget line items. And again, some of these things are pandemic related, so we do have more than we usually do. Just to review the computer services and the planning board clerk expenses, those are both directly related to having extra meetings. So this is the process that Fung has identified that would be the cleanest for us to do and would keep us in compliance with the accounting procedures.
Thanks. Maybe I should just rephrase my question. Did Anthony give an opinion on how we're proceeding?
He has copies of the memo. He didn't have any comments.
Okay, thank you. It's fine with me.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. And the second agenda item this evening is planning and community development, discussion and action regarding approval of a service contract with Cox Communications to provide fiber-based broadband connections to Government Center and Town Hall. Planner Ruble, I will let you discuss this contract, and has Mr. DeSisto reviewed the contract and approved?
He has the contract. I have not heard any comments back from him. For the last several years, we've been trying to identify, we're getting feedback from each
Yep.
improved broadband access. Lo and behold, we found out that there is actually a Cox fiber connection in the basement of the police station. And they've, under a master price agreement that no one knew about existed with the state and Cox, they've provided us with a contract to provide that service at 200 over 200 up and down, which is pretty quick and helps the police station. I just want to add a caveat. We were contacted by i3 Broadband last night. They late this afternoon submitted a proposal that is significantly less in cost than Cox. I haven't had a chance to review that with Lieutenant Borges. So what I would ask tonight is that you give approval to sign the Cox contract if we think that is the best in comparison. If it turns out that the i3 contract is more advantageous to us and they still provide the same amount of services, then I would bring that forward at the July meeting.
Bob, is it that critical that we sign it? We do that before the July meeting? Could we wait?
At this point, John, I think, it's worthwhile to take a couple of days to get into the i3. But I mean, it's at your pleasure. I mean, initially we wanted to get this initiated, but now, I mean, the i3 is $300 a month cheaper. So it's not something I can just say, well, that's insignificant.
Yeah, well, we're only, 10 days away from the July meeting? Yeah, I'll make a motion that, can we continue this to the July meeting? And that way there, at least we'll be able to review both proposals at the same time. Does that make sense to everybody?
I would be okay with that.
Yep.
Yeah, because what if they had to manually do something and then in 10 days we decide to change it? I mean, that's
Right.
a little ask for them, I think.
Yeah, so I'll make a motion, we continue this to the regular July meeting for review, and action.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Guys have it. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second Joe's motion.
And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Thank you, Sandy, Kate, Bob, and, oh, Fung is gone. All right. Thanks,
I'm gonna miss
everybody.
you at the parade, Joe. It's not gonna be the same without you reining those banner carriers back in when they go too fast.
Yep, but
Not even gonna go.
I didn't have it in me. I gotta watch you guys.